Alrighty, so back with another round here. This time we're at Dellwood in Chicago, Illinois. Starting off on hole 1, 342. Throw my T-bird, pick up a birdie right away. Good way to start the round. Hole 2, throwing the same T-bird, nice and straight. 365 coming back where we came from. Got about a 25 footer here. Bang, 2 for 2 to start the day. Good way to get out the gates.
Having a hard time.
Beautiful day here.
Me and
my girlfriend went back for Easter weekend, just enjoying our time. Hole 3, 490 uphill, par 4. Turn over my red destroyer, get most of the way up the hill. Have about a 60 footer looking at and turn it over just a bit too much. Leave myself about 15 feet. Clean up for birdie.
Beautiful.
Hole 4 actually goes over to the left here. Pretty tricky pin spot, kind of on the edge of a cliff. Turn over the destroyer, fights through most of the way, and that'll leave me about 80 feet. Pretty much just laying this one up. Pin kind of sits on the edge of a cliff here, and sorry we didn't get all the tap-ins. Didn't feel it was necessary to show 3-foot putts. Here we go, throwing the Firebird, flex it through the gap pretty nice, about 10 feet short. Pretty routine birdie putt here. Get off to a 4 through 5 start. Hole 6, kind of a tricky little hole. Bends to the left through this kind of narrow pathway. Throw a pretty good shot, hit one of the last guardian trees here. Leaving myself about 45-foot uphill putt. And just over the basket on the birdie look. I did make that comebacker for par, so we'll stay at 4 under. Real nice hole here, just about 400 feet, pretty downhill. Ripping on a compass here, flips up to flat. Gonna ride straight and miss those guardian rocks, and another tap-in birdie on the way. So that'll get us to 5 under through 7. Good start. Again, just ideal conditions, not much wind, pretty sunny, probably about 40 degrees out.
Happy little bird.
And here I'm going with that red destroyer, pretty flippy, gets up on me, turns to the right. Good drive most of the distance. Gonna be out in the open. Coming down here, T-bird 3, flips up pretty nice to flat, just kind of pushes on the hyzer. And you can see it just skips under the basket. I thought I made it for a second. Have a nice tap-in birdie again. Hole 9, tricky par 3 through the woods. I got my Huck Lab Firebird here. Gonna release it flat, get a little flip, make it right through the small gap and skips up and to the right. And I knocked down that 20-footer, get me to 7 under through 9. Hole 10, big uphill par 3. Pretty tough par 3 to access and get your birdie. Put a pump on this destroyer, get up about 40 feet short. Really cool hole here. Dellwood does a great job kind of building up these greens. As you see me doink my birdie look. Tap in that par and move on to the next hole. Really ripped on this one. Got a full flight out of the destroyer. You can kind of lose it in the sun there, but comes up about 100 feet short on this one. Routine harp backhand. Going with my blue medium harp, so it'll sit down, get up on that elevated green, and we got a 5-footer.
Beautiful.
Hole 12 here. Pretty tricky with that tree on the right. You kind of want to flex something down this gap. It comes out early on me, and you'll see here in a minute, this is not really where you want to leave yourself if you're looking for a birdie.
Okay.
So I end up just kind of pitching up here, use my Firebird to flex it through the gap, and tap in my par. Really neat hole here. This is hole 1. When they play the Clash of Canyons, but they play to the deep pin. We're playing to the short one here, and I throw a perfect flip up and turn with my beat-in compass. Almost goes in the basket. Got lucky, hit the last tree before the downhill gap, and tapping another birdie. Hole 14 here. This is one you want to get. 290 feet, a little uphill, but we had a Nice little tailwind, left to right breeze, so I go with the harp. And let that out on a perfect angle and beat the tree right in front of it. Slide up about 10 feet past the pin. Collect another birdie, move on. Hole 15 here. Downhill, you can see it right underneath that tape just to the right of the pole on the left side there. Going for the straight gap. Pull it a little bit,
I
but
stood in a
got
bad
through,
spot.
and you can see that secondary gap there. Some just past pin high, about 20 feet to the right. So it's about 35 footer, maybe just outside circle one. Hit a nice jump
Beautiful.
putt.
Yep.
Get another birdie. Hole 16 here. One of my favorite holes on the course. Straight downhill into the canyon. Firebird forehand here. Go out. Just got to beat that tree, and I spike in probably 25 short of the pin. Step up and get a friendly little bounce off the cage there to collect a birdie. Hole 17 here, 473, par 3. Really rip on the destroyer. Was hoping for some late fade on it, but it just kind of held that to the right. I'm going to be right by that big tree.
Ready?
Yep.
Walking up here, probably got 40 feet. Try to collect my birdie. And just short. Give it another bid just for fun. Thought this one was good out the hand. And just short again.
Oh man.
Ready?
Hole 18
Yeah.
here. Pretty tricky to film. We were trying to figure out which side to do better. Told Liv she better go up to the left there so she could see the whole flight. Tight gap here over a creek that's actually full right now, so you really don't want to hit anything early and fall into that. Slip a bit on the tee pad, but hit my gap. Let my flippy compass do all the work. Stands up and should have a tap and finish out the round. 13 under.
Good job.
Great day here at Dellwood. You can see the league was getting ready to start just as we finished up. They had a food truck ready and everything. Great day out on the course.